Hi, Demi here. Now, today we're talking about orcs. And essentially now, this topic comes up every now and then, every couple of months. It came up about a month ago. We're going to look at an article, as always. And I'm going to give some opinions on orcs at the end. Now, first, I'm going to give some clarity and context to what is going on with this situation of orcs. Now, if you already know what is going on, you can skip to the point where I start getting into the video. However, for people who are new and don't really know, because I feel like this is a very, very obscure topic. I don't know, I could be wrong. Essentially, orcs come from J.R. Tolkien's world of Lord of the Rings. And people on Twitter, or as I call it, Twitter, which we are probably going to refer to Twitter in the rest of the video, usually say orcs are racist. Now, this one guy on Twitter, he eventually started saying on Twitter that orcs were racist and that, you know, oh well, it's J.R. Tolkien's form of racism put into orcs. Now this happens a lot with a couple of writers who are from the 1800s. Now, who else is from the 1800s? Well, H.P. Lovecraft is also from the 1800s and he's been accused of being racist. Now I don't know if he is, I really don't know, I just kind of like Cthulhu. However, I'm assuming this isn't a good check because I don't know much about J.R. Tolkien's life. I don't really care. He lived 100 years ago. I just want to enjoy Lord of the Rings. Now, at the same time, it could be true. I don't know. However, the orcs we have today are based on J.R. Tolkien's depiction of orcs, and let's be honest, it kind of stuck with orcs. Now, the other thing is, in case you don't know what an orc is they're very muscular, they're often various colors, mainly consisting of black, a charcoal black that is not a skin tone, or a brown, or you got green, various shades of green, they're pretty diverse on green, and plus you also got red also. And D&D has things to bend the knee according to this article, which in my opinion, bad, it's really bad. Now, Wizards of the Coast, the company behind Dungeons & Dragons, is taking measures to ensure true inclusivity, that is a hard word to say, and diversity. Try saying those words together in the game. Dungeons & Dragons teaches that diversity is strength, only a diverse group of adventurers can overcome any challenges a D&D story possesses, the company wrote in its blog. In that spirit, making D&D as welcoming and inclusive as possible to be moved to the forefront of our priorities over the last 6 years. We'd like to share with you what we've been doing. And essentially this includes orcs. It basically includes orcs and drow. And to be honest, this is ridiculous. I'm just going to say orcs and drow are technically an evil race, and this shows them bending the knee. Now, in these new efforts include portraying orcs and drow in a more layered manner.
I'm Michael Jordan. Stop it. Get some help.
Starting with the book Eberron, hope I'm pronouncing that right, Rising from the Last War, and Explorer's Guide to Widemount. Another race, the Vistari, have also been updated due to previous incarnations featuring stereotypes of the Romani. I believe that's I don't know what that is. Books featuring racially insensitive text will be altered and reprinted as well. So essentially they're wrecking orcs. That is what they're doing. They're wrecking orcs. Here we go. Here's what we're trying to improve. We're going to read this. We will present orcs and drow in a new light in two of our most recent books, Eberron, Rising of the Last War, and Explorer's Guide to Widemount. In these books, orcs and drow are just as morally and culturally complex as other people. So essentially what they're going to do, they're going to make good orcs. And good drow. Goes completely against canon. We will continue that approach in future books, portraying all the people in D&D in relatable ways. I'm just going to say this, it's not going to work because orcs are not relatable. Making it clear that they are free as humans to decide who they are and what they want to do. So essentially they're writing bloodlust out. When every D&D book is reprinted, we'll have an opportunity to correct errors that we or the broader D&D community discovered in that book each year. We use these opportunities with a variety of including errors in judgment and recent reprinting of the Tomb of Annihilation and Cursed Dryad. For example, we changed text that was racially insensitive. These reprints have already been printed and will be available in the months ahead. We will continue this process, reviewing each book as it comes up for reprint, fixing errors where they are present. later this year we'll be releasing a product not yet announced that offers a way for players to customize the character's origin, including options to change the ability score, increases that come from being an elf, dwarf, or one of D&D's many playable folk. That option emphasizes on each person's in-game is an individual with capabilities or that. But what about the Bloodlust? Curse of Stride included a people known as the Vistani and featured the Vistani hero Esmeralda. Regrettably, their deceptions echo on some stereotypes associated with the Romani people. I don't know what Romani is. Please tell me in the real world. To rectify that, we have not only made changes to the Curse of Stride, but in 2 upcoming books, we will also show working on the Romani Consulate, the Vistani in a way that doesn't rely on reductive tropes. Now this is where it gets golden. This is where it gets golden. We receive valuable insights from sensitivity readers. Now, in case you don't know what a sensitivity reader is, it's someone who gets offended a lot or is paid to be offended. On 2 of our recent books, we're incorporating sensitive readers into our creditors. So yes, they're hiring people who are paid to be offended. We will continue to reach out on experts in the various fields to help us identify our blind spots. Now this is where it gets even better. Hiring race over who can get the job done best. We proactively seeking new, diverse talent so essentially anyone not right. Whites, please go away. Talent to join our staff and our pool of freelance writers and artists. We've brought in contributors who reflect the beautiful diversity of the D&D community to work on books coming out in 2021. We're going to invest even more in this approach and add a broad range of new voices to join the chorus of D&D storytelling. So essentially that is the article. They are paying people to be offended. And you might be running, oh that sounds great, Demi check. I don't know why you're a bit annoyed by it or angry by it or whatever how you feel. Well, to be honest, when they say diverse, they mean anyone not white. I'm sorry to say that, and like I'm not even heavily in the identity politics. I mean, when you're hiring someone, you want to hire someone who can do the job best. That is what you want as a business. However, one guy starts treating who doesn't even play D&D, mind you, doesn't even play D&D or probably any fantasy game, and probably has never watched the Lord of the Rings movie without actually getting offended over every little thing. Now, you might be wondering, well, they got sensitivity readers. Well, yeah, but that's people paid to be offended. And I'll look at everything and find it. Someone somewhere can be offended by it. So essentially what I'm saying is, welcome to the politically correct Dungeons and Dragons, because that is where we're going now. Drow can no longer just have to be evil, they have to be good. Orcs no longer have to be evil, they can be good or evil or whatever they want, because they're people for themselves and they don't have bloodlust and they can do whatever they want. However, mind you, this goes completely against the canon of orcs. And I should know, I've been playing World of Warcraft and a lot of other fantasy games, not just World of Warcraft, but a lot of other fantasy games, including Lord of the Rings, for mainly my whole childhood up to an adult. I mean, I heavily play role-playing games, and what they're doing goes against orc. You can't have morally good orcs. Like, it just don't work. They have too much bloodlust in them. It doesn't work. And mind you, I guess you could because it's your game, but it just completely goes against orcs. To have orcs teaming up against humans to fight evil stuff. Like an orc just wouldn't do that. An orc would sit there and say, I don't want to kill that. I want to kill the human. Because I'm an orc and I have bloodlust, and the bloodlust will take over. Even if the orc was the most civilized orc going, he would still, if bloodlust triggered, he would still lose himself to bloodlust. Like, they have bloodlust. However, people got offended on Twitter, and Twitter apparently matters. The people who are active all the time don't actually play games. They don't enjoy stuff. They're just on Twitter getting offended by everything. And I'm saying this. I'm not even heavily involved in politics these days. And they get heavily offended by everything. They find the littlest thing to get offended about. And they found orcs, they've wrecked it. So this is what we have for orcs now, and it is completely horrible. I know it's going to be horrible. Trust me, it's going to be horrible. D&D bend the knee to some guy who doesn't even play orcs, and to be honest, I'm not happy about it. I'm not happy about it. It goes against orcs, but it's going to be more inclusive. I'm going to say this now. I hate things being inclusive because it wrecks the whole prospect of everything. I'm just going to say it. I just like franchises to be how they are. I don't want them to be inclusive. Like, they can be inclusive. It's just when these companies try to be inclusive, they go full politically correct, and that's what I don't like. Anyway, if you like this video, make sure to give it a thumbs up. Make sure to subscribe. Make sure to click the bell. Make sure to share. And I will see you next time.